Initially, when I got the call from my agent headhunter, it was specifically mentioned to me that they wanted an African American chef. Once I arrived at the property, I was instructed to drive around for about 5 minutes and then return. Once I got in, he apologized to me, and he mentioned that Mr. Joe Jackson had showed up at the property and he wasn't allowed to enter the property, and he was very upset about it. To that degree, they said, he either shook the gate or hit the gate, and I think when he left, he was frustrated about something. They didn't tell me what the situation was.
So where within the house did you have access?
During my time of employment, I had access throughout the main kitchen area. I had access through the employees' quarters, which was a very nice area. Mm-hmm. That was it. You would have to announce yourself when you entered the room, as far as if the kids were there, mm-hmm. or if Mr. Jackson was there.
What was the tone, the ambiance like within the household?
Very peaceful, very tranquil. There was music by Dionne Warwick or some other major artist, or just instrumental music, mm-hmm. Maybe from soundtracks of movies, westerns like The Magnificent Seven, that type of thing.
Now, was there an original recipe that the kids were especially fond of, or perhaps even Michael Jackson himself?
I served the family Asian influence. I served them on one occasion combination French influence combined with upscale. So it was different variations of different things. From my interactions with the kids, they seem to be very intelligent, very intellectual kids, very advanced for their age. There were times when, they would act like kids and have a good time, have fun, and then, they would flip at a moment's notice, and when they wanted to inform you about something or instruct you about something, they would act like adults. And, they were very straightforward about it, but at the same time, very polite. They would always say, thank you, yes, please. There was a lot of feedback and instructions I would get from Prince concerning when Mr. Jackson wanted to eat, or when Mr. Jackson felt it was comfortable for the kids to eat. Prince was pretty much like a go-between between Mr. Jackson, mm-hmm. and, myself, mm-hmm. and even security, Okay. If there's something that, they needed, they would go to security and tell them what they needed, It was mentioned on a couple occasions that certain people felt that the reason certain staff members were no longer there were possibly because of the kids. If they didn't like an individual, or if they felt uncomfortable with an individual, the word would get back to Mr. Jackson, and the next thing you know, they were looking for someone else.